guys. So that is apparently the perfect place to take a picture. So that's one of the things that the council has done for this People's Esplanade. They've got place your phone here for the perfect Surfers Paradise shot. So we were attempting to begin this live stream with the perfect Surfers Paradise shot. Let us know how we went in the comments. So I thought I'd jump on this morning to do a quick update on how the People's Esplanade is going. So all pedestrian friendly. They're calling it different things, but it's the People's Esplanade, and it's the trial that the Gold Coast Council has started here in Surfers Paradise. So we're well underway though with the trial, and in fact the trial ends November 16. So here we've got, this is really cute. I've shown this in different live streams before, but it is really cute. And it's actually a little, I think it's a little infrastructure shed. Like I think it's got things that they need to upkeep this place, like tools and stuff like that. So unfortunately it's not a tiny home that you can go into, but it's still pretty cute. And look, it's got my message to the world from Surfers Paradise, and they've sort of put a lot of effort into this People's Esplanade to make it really sort of entertainment friendly and interesting. So there's the action hub. So obviously these are, I think these are sort of from the Christmas. They have carols on the beach here, but I think you're supposed to get into some exercise, which is actually really good because step exercise is excellent. So you can use these for step exercises, come down this way, so play ball and all sorts of things. So that's called the Action Hub. And what have we got here? We've got, we'll go to the end actually, because the People's Esplanade is a 250 metre strip that they've closed off to cars. So me as a local, very used to always watching for cars as I cross here from the end of Cavill Avenue to the beach. No cars at the moment from this locked gate here, and we'll take the live stream all the way to the other end. So it's about a 250 metre strip. But here we've got, there has been a few comments from locals about the fake beach right next to the real beach. Because yes, there's sand here. So if you want to avoid the sand, you're not going to avoid it here in this, what locals have kindly dubbed the fake beach. But the advantage though that I think maybe critics would miss about this is the beach umbrellas. Like look, so you've got shade there, which is absolutely beautiful. And so this is called the beach house. And when you're sitting here, oh look, they've actually got a crew down there. I can see it could be actually a news crew or something. We've often got Channel 9, Channel 7. They often come up here and do the weather. But you're watching Suvi'sJournalism, so that's all good. Stay tuned. But yeah, like we do get all the big news crews here. But anyway, when you're sitting there at this beach house, you can actually just see the water there. So it's actually a really beautiful view. You can go and get your coffee or breakfast, sit at the tables there and just have shade, which is actually really lovely. And which you don't get on the real beach. So you've got more shade here. So shade is a real big deal here in Queensland or in Australia in general, because we've got the hole in the ozone layer above Australia and New Zealand. So if you're out in the midday sun here versus the midday sun in Europe, you are more at risk of skin cancer and melanomas here in Australia. So here it is. This is the sign that sort of starts it. So it's the People's Esplanade pop-up. They've got this sign on the other end too. And you can see that they have put some pretty heavy-duty gates here to ensure that cars well and truly get the message that this is currently a People's Esplanade, no cars allowed. So let's jump across here and we'll go across and see what else we can see. So yes, we've got shade, more beach umbrellas here, which is just wonderful. And then we'll check out what news crew this is. Maybe they want to make an appearance on Suvi'sJournalism. I mean, you never know. I am joking. Or maybe they're just a film crew doing their own documentary or something. But no, there's definitely something there. So they're set up there. Yeah, they might be doing weather or or they might even be doing an update on, you know, we've got a lot of things always happening here. One thing that's continually happening here is the repair of the beach after Cyclone Alfred. Cyclone Alfred really did a lot of damage along here, and in fact, it's because of Cyclone Alfred that we don't have the Pacific Air Show this year, which is a real shame, and so that's why this sand pumping barge is often off the shore there, and you can often see that. We posted a video about that the other day. So here is the beach house there from this angle, and we'll walk along here, and we'll go to slightly the other way. This main bit here, but it's beautiful. I love that you can just cross the water there, and you don't have to worry about it. It's another beautiful day. It's windy though. September here on the coast is actually windy, and my poor plants, my beautiful balcony plants, they have had a bit of a rough time with the wind, but they're doing well. They're doing well. In fact, I took a clip of my beautiful coriander the other day, so I'll have to put that up. So there's the sign here, and there's from that angle there you can the birds are going crazy. The birds. Do you know the other day we went to Pirates Park in Palm Beach here on the Gold Coast, and a bird actually swooped down and took a piece of bread out of my hand. Like, I shrieked, I got a fright, and Spencer thought it was hilarious. He could not stop laughing. Like, he really couldn't stop. So, oh, we missed this side. We could jump on it. Oh, I have done this on a live stream before. Joytopia. So that is, you know, all these signs that they've put up. So if it becomes a permanent thing, I don't know what sort of signage they'll have in the end. Because another word I have heard locals use for the People's Esplanade is, dare I say it, TACKY. But that's because it's a pop-up. It is temporary. So they've obviously haven't put in the real solid infrastructure that they would if this becomes a permanent thing. And in fact, the thing to say is the trial ends on November 16th. So if you are a local here on the Gold Coast and you want to have your say about this, whether you think it should be permanent or not, you can have your say, and I think that is going to be taken into consideration when they decide whether it's going to be permanent or not. And I don't know, there could be some locals that are really inconvenienced by the fact that this strip of road has been closed. So I don't know which way they'll go yet. But anyway, here are here are the hammocks. So when I first saw the frame, I thought they were almost building a Noah's Ark or something. Like, I wasn't quite sure. But these are the hammocks. So I might actually, there's a hole in that one. So, you know, I guess I don't know whether it's inevitable or not, but, you know, one's missing and there is a hole in that one. But look, you know, I mean, that happens. So I'm going to have I think it happens everywhere is what I'm going to say. I'm going to have a go at this. I have not been in a hammock for so long, but wow, this is nice. Oh, this is just beautiful. This is actually really beautiful. Oh, and I can just lie back, look at the blue sky. I might just go to sleep here. You can have your coffee here, you can have, you can have a sleep here. It's actually lovely. Alright, you guys can go and look at the beach, I'll just have a sleep. That is just wonderful. That is actually more comfortable than I imagined. I haven't been in a hammock for some time, but that was really nice. All right, so we'll keep going here. So we're coming to the locals end here. So well, you know, if you're a tourist, no one is going to boot you out of the locals. But look, we've got all these trees here. I actually really like the trees. I think they're beautiful. That part of the Esplanade there has a we've got more beach umbrellas here. And then we've got all the normal cafes here. And now we're coming up to the locals' yard. So if you're a local here on the Gold Coast, come and grab a coffee and chill out in the locals' yard. Which, like I said, no one's going to check your address if you're a tourist. And in fact, if you are a tourist, you'll be more than welcome because, you know, obviously tourism is something that's really big here in Queensland, especially here on the Gold Coast. So here is a map actually. They've got that side, we won't disturb, there's a few people there, but on the other side of that there is a program of things that are happening, but this is a site map. So you can see we started here, we had our photo here, and then we went this way, we were up to the beach house, the action hub, oh that's called the sand pit there, and then we went to the Chill Cove, the hammocks, and now we're here in the locals yard. We're actually right here at the information sign, and this is the north entry. So that's it. That's the People's Esplanade pop-up, and you can have your say if you like it or you're disadvantaged by the traffic or whatever you want to do. You can have your say and put it into the Gold Coast Council. Oh, and there's the sign there starting at the north end, so the People's Esplanade, and that sign again, or the barricade, sorry, making sure that cars don't come in. So we'll head over here and we'll end the live stream here. But I just wanted to say thank you so very much for everyone for their support, and we're going to be making a big effort to cover a lot here in Surfers Paradise and on the Gold Coast as much as we can. I do have a toddler, so he keeps me very busy. Rosemary, if you do see this, hello, and we really hope that you're recovering well. Thank you for keeping us updated after surgery. And yeah, it is winter here today, but I hope you guys have a really good weekend. So that's the update, I guess, on how the People's Esplanade is going. I think it's being utilised really well. I think people are enjoying it. I like the fact that there's no cars here, so it's going to be really interesting to see which way the council goes after the trial ends on November